Admittedly, I'm kind of annoyed because I did this stream reacting to the Comey interview and I haven't um, seen it come up yet due to the fact that I kept getting called over and over in the process of doing it, and I'm guessing that might have been a factor. Anyways, earlier today, a representative by the name of Gary Connolly stated his belief that Sean Hannity should be fired from Fox News. Let me say a little wicked gesture, or jester rather. Um, I think he is so into this, like a pig in the mud. He can't get out of it, and I think he deserves to be fired. His word can never again be trusted, Connolly said on CNN. Connolly said Hannity's involvement with Cohen represents a conflict of interest, calling it a big stain on Hannity and Fox News. Now, I'm going to make this pretty quick because I don't know Connolly's record. But I also guarantee the four of you in here don't know Connolly's record. I can guarantee that most of you in here, whether you live in the States or in another country, couldn't tell me anything about this man or probably any other representative in the House. And it's not because we're so, dumb and we don't pay attention to these things. It's because we're not susceptible enough to realizing that most of the representatives, including this one, don't have anything you can think of in terms of their accomplishment because there are none, other than winning an election. Ask yourself, what can you name about, Dirk says, never heard of Connolly or of a colony, or even if that representative is male or female. But ask yourself, Dirk, whoever your representative is, can you ever think of anything they've done to where you would say, oh, that person deserves another 2 years in office? Or even your senators. Ask yourself, what's a bill they introduced that either got signed into law or that they were right to put in place, or something they've done for your state? If you ask me right now, what are the things that Feinstein and Harris, the senators of my state of California, have done, I would just kind of look back at you. Saul says, are you later? Send me a private message and that can be discussed further. And I always find it kind of funny that you have these people, this one individual right here with Connolly. He reminds me of back earlier this month when Bernie was giving this speech. I think some of you might be familiar with it, for the 50th anniversary of the MLK assassination. And there was a guy, I think his name was something like Bakari Sellers or something, some former representative from South Carolina whose record is non-existent other than winning an election. And he said that because Sanders spoke negatively of Obama on the 50th anniversary of MLK's assassination, his supposed presidential campaign in 2 years had died before it started. That's what this reminds me of, where you have one person who thinks, and this is actually a watered down version of it, because he's not saying, right now, these are his last days, but he is saying his word can never be taken seriously again. Who are you to decide that? Now, if he had said, you know what, I don't think I'll ever believe anything he says again, okay, fine. But it's this thing of taking you as the individual and putting a rubber stamp on someone's career or their future endeavors effectively forever. That's what that reminded me of. And let me respond to what Wicked Jester said. He's a hack, but wouldn't firing him undermine his First Amendment? Exactly. And ask yourself this: if he's doing such horrible offenses, how does he keep staying? People have to figure out that just because you have discontent with some particular commentator or news anchor or whoever doesn't mean it's their time to get canned or kicked out. Because oftentimes when we have those commentators that have opinions we don't agree with, usually most of us just turn the channel. But not Connolly. He has to demand that he's gotten rid of, and that assert that his word can never be taken seriously again. But really, if Connolly was a representative worth taking the words and actions of seriously, the people of wherever he's from in Virginia would be able to tell you what he's done for them. So you have a lot of these people who get in office, and once they're in there, they think they have this authoritarian position of being able to just say something and then have people believe it or have more credibility. Unfortunately, a lot of these news outlets will have these types of representatives who you can't really think of as having ever accomplished anything just show up on their TV platform and give their opinion on some issue, and it's usually a generic answer. But they feel that they have some authority just because they hold office, not because they've actually done something, which is what the case here. So I thought it was funny. This is kind of a make-up stream for the other one because the Comey thing, for whatever reason, is not loading. Again, somebody called me over and over again while I was doing it, so that might be a possibility. I'll have something else up tomorrow. I appreciate everyone who's watched. And ask yourself, with whoever your representative is, can you think of anything they've done for you or for your state? Because I know with mine, I can't.